Following back-to-back defeats away from home against Girona and Tottenham in the Champions League, Real Madrid have entered, for the second time this season, a mini-crisis. Whichever way you look at it, the reigning La Liga and European champions have struggled to hit the heights of last season, with many underlying issues and indeed evident ones on the pitch increasing the pressure on Zinedine Zidane. Here, we take a look at three key questions as Real prepare to host Minnows Las Palmas at home on Sunday night in La Liga. What have you made of Real in the past two matches? Get in touch with your thoughts. Join the conversation on Twitter and Facebook. Can Zinedine Zidane answer his critics? Two defeats in two have piled the pressure on the Frenchman, who has bared the full force of criticism in wake of his team's indifferent and uncharacteristic first few months of the season. While Zidane, a back-to-back Champions League winning coach as if we needed reminding, had every right to fire shots back at the Madrid-based media this week, claiming a bit sarcastically he had not become the world's worst coach overnight. The only way he can put things right is on the Bernabeu pitch. Given Las Palmas are loitering lowly in the relegation zone, this would normally be a foregone conclusion, but let's not forget the Whites have been held on home turf by Levante and Valencia and been beaten by Real Betis this term. Real have struggled to break down lesser sides and keep things tight at the other end of the pitch, but the fact they'll be hurting after the mauling at Wembley will work in Zidane's favour. A comprehensive win against a team that has shipped more goals than any other in La Liga will lift the spirits and raise the confidence levels in the pursuit of tablet toppers Barcelona ahead of the international break. Zidane's tactics and substitutions have been questioned. Can Real solve obvious flaws and up the ante? A chronic shortage of energy, hustle and bustle to do the game's dirty work and a questionable lack of motivation have all been running themes coursing through the Whites. There's been an evident drop in motivation this season, which in part is completely understandable given what Real have achieved in the past 2 years, but still, while physically the sheer weight of games and travel has been draining, wearing the Madrid shirt has demands which remain constant. Any let-up is just not accepted by Madridistas and is a spark they need to get back quickly. Tactically, the famed midfield axis of Luka Modric and Toni Kroos, along with Isco, have all gone off the boil somewhat and seemingly been overrun by more competitive and physical midfields. Passing has been a miss as well as creativity, with the supply line to Cristiano Ronaldo leaving Real's legendary focal point isolated. The indifferent form of Marcelo and other injuries at full-back to the likes of Dani Carvajal have disrupted the defense, with players getting easily pulled out of position. Support staff in Nacho and Achraf Hakimi haven't been able to fill the void either. In addition, the backline hasn't been marshalled as stringently by captain Sergio Ramos as we are normally accustomed to. The defending for Dele Alli's second goal being proof of that. With the quality Real have, these are seemingly quick fixes, but the truth in the matter is that they have been bubbling above the surface all season. Zidane's tactical acumen has been called into question and he needs to find a way of quickly restoring the Real Madrid swagger we're used to. Obvious frustration. Marcelo, dealing with the Bernabeu BOOBOYS. Real Madrid fans have never been shy of waving handkerchiefs and whistling the team if things aren't going well, and while the club's unparalleled recent success has been appreciated by all, the supporters just demand no let-up in winning. It's always been down to the players to lift the crowd and get them off of their seats. This is not news for Zidane, a man who, despite his legendary status as a player at the club, was part of a Galactico team that struggled for form and trophies in the middle of the previous decade. A fast start is needed to galvanize the home support, and a smattering of goals will get everything back on track. The Santiago Bernabeu crowd are not shy to show their unrest.